Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle Spieler, 30-year professional makeup artist, creator of Mature Makeup Masterclass. You can always check out my intro video on if my masterclass is for you. There's 23 videos on mature technique. I highly, highly recommend you checking out the intro video. It's under 2 minutes. Okay, I want to be really brief today. Can I be brief? I don't know. Anyway, if you're new here, welcome to the Look Good Close-Up Club. We are a community of women who like to do our skincare and makeup every day, even if it's super natural, just so that we look good close-up, meaning we don't do social media makeup here. We want to look beautiful close-up so that our family and friends will say, "What are you doing? You look so good." We don't want to look cakey. We don't want to look dry. We don't want to look textured. So we will always talk about skincare first, but makeup is my first love, and makeup's only as pretty as the skin. So if you want to be part of the Look Good Close-Up Club, guess what? It's so easy. It's free. You just show up, you engage, and we all get to know each other. Isn't that fun? And we love each other so much. I want to talk today about probably the most beautiful skin tint I've ever used in my life. When I first used it, I just about fell off my feet. I've used just about every skin tint on the market. Now, if you have a skin tint that you love and you've never heard me talk about, will you tell us in comments what your favorite skin tint is? But tell us why. Tell us why you love that skin tint. I've tried just about every skin tint you can possibly think of, and I'm sure there's some I'm missing. I've tried a bunch of skin tints from the drugstore. I've tried a bunch of skin tints from Sephora, from Ulta. I'm sure there's some companies online that probably make a great skin tint that maybe I just haven't gotten to yet. I think Bloom Effects makes a great one. I haven't tried theirs yet. But a skin tint really is just tinted moisturizer, and they've put a new name on it. It's just a new marketing term. And sometimes they call it skin tint foundation. But what does that mean? Is it a foundation or is it a skin tint? So the marketing it's tricky. So you got to try them out. And skin tints usually, like when it says skin tint foundation, it's like, well, wait, that means it's probably got a little coverage. But if it's just a skin tint, it's really just a tinted moisturizer. It's skincare with the tiniest bit of pigment in it to even out your skin. So today I want to talk about my very favorite that I've ever used because it is just stunning. I'm going to show you on half my face. I want you to see how it looks. Yeah, we're going to do half my face. And then stay to the end of the video because I'm going to talk about the one product that I think has lightened my sunspots. You can kind of see this one. Some days you don't see that at all. Some days you see it, some days you don't see it at all. And I was starting to, a couple summers ago, I was starting to get a little bit of melasma up here. But I want to talk about the product where I think it has faded my sunspots and my melasma more than anything I've ever tried. I even bought a very expensive, very costly LED red light therapy mask because it has all the different settings. It has light blue for inflammation, not dark blue, not the deeper blue for acne, but the light blue for inflammation. It has green. It's like the only green one that is approved. This mask is from South Korea. I don't talk about it because it's ridiculously expensive, but I was vulnerable and I bought it because of the green light. The green light is supposed to lighten pigmentation. I don't know, maybe, but I haven't been using it for about 2 months. I went on vacation at the end of May. I stopped using it. I got out of the habit and I've just never put it on since May. So I want to tell you the one product that I believe is lightening my face. It's lightening all my sunspots. It's doing it in a safe way. There's nothing in it where it's like hydroquinone where you have to cycle on, cycle off. There's like weird birth defects and there's a lot of cons to hydroquinone. And when I used hydroquinone from the company Muesli, it just made all of my spots darker. And they kept saying, don't worry, it's going to get dark before it gets light. Well, I never got light. It just got darker. I hate hydroquinone, so I'm not a fan. Forgive me if you love it. I hate it. and I've tried it many, many, many times. Okay, let's get into it. So number one, you know my favorite SPF is the Naked Sundays, okay? It's my favorite. It does have, it's not really tinted, but it's mineral. There is debate going around on whether chemical sunscreens can also deepen your sunspots. So I've also been very mindful. There's a trend over on TikTok where people are like, very demurred, very mindful. I'm very demure and mindful about mineral right now. And I've only been using mineral because I do believe it protects your sunspots and your melasma. Chemical sunscreens can lock in heat, and I'm starting to see more and more dermatologists saying that chemical sunscreens can darken your pigmentation and red LED masks can darken your pigmentation. And I said, thank you, because I've been gaslit for 2 years. Every time I do red light therapy, I feel like it makes my sunspots darker. And so many people tell me, no, it couldn't possibly be. That's your imagination. And I'm like, I know my skin. Anyway, that's a subject for another time. Okay, so we have the Naked Sundays, and I'm only doing 1 finger length because we're just gonna do one side of my face. I want you to see why I love this SPF so much. Make sure to go all the way up to your hairline. Don't forget ears. I'm not going in the sun today, so I'm not gonna put it too much on ears. I go around the eyes because mineral does not burn my eyes at all. Chemical does burn. Okay. All right, so I love this. It's a little bit thicker. At first, I think people are shocked at how thick it is, but look at how beautiful that goes on. It has the slightest tint in that maybe it's kind of a beige tone, but they show on their website that even women with deep skin can use it, okay? So I just have it on half my face, okay? So look at this side, and now look at this side. Do you see how this smooths it out? It lightens the flaws just tiny bit, just a tiny bit, because see, it's kind of this like creamy beige, and so it just lightens. Look at that. Do you see the difference? It's so pretty. It's the prettiest sunscreen I've ever tried, okay? You know, I love my Korean sunscreens. I love them. This is not mineral, but if I have to wear chemical, I love this. I've really been loving the Kiehl's. This is a chemical also, broad spectrum. I've been loving that. But honestly, for the past few weeks, I've concentrated just on mineral because I'm starting to see some little nuggets of truth come out that mineral is best if you have sunspots and melasma, okay? Some doctors will tell you that's not true, but some are saying, no, that's absolutely true. So, you know, what do I always say? We have to be our own guinea pigs. I know that chemical sunscreens can make my pigmentation deeper. I know that the red light therapy mask can make my pigmentation deeper. Does it promote collagen? Yeah, that's what they say. I mean, do we see it? I don't know. Over 50, I don't know how much collagen it's actually producing. We were all just using this red light therapy mask in blind faith, hoping that it actually works. And so maybe it was promoting collagen, maybe it was softening fine lines and wrinkles, but it was also increasing my pigmentation. And the one thing you'll hear dermatologists say is what makes you look old is not your lines and wrinkles, it's your pigmentation, it's sun damage, unevenness, sunspots. Okay, so that is on half my face. So I wanted you to see why I love it, because it's just like it instantly makes you look like you almost have perfect skin. And I've actually gone out into public with just this and had very young people in their 20s compliment me on how beautiful my skin is. And I just feel gorgeous in this. This is the Naked Sundays. I will put the link. Now, you can get Naked Sundays at Target. You can get Naked Sundays now at Ulta. But remember, it's got to be the 100% collagen mineral, okay? 100% mineral collagen, okay? Because they make a bunch of different ones. I keep this one in my purse if I'm driving. I can put it quickly on my hands or on the side of my face real quick if I feel like the sun's peeking through. But this is the one you want. This is the winner. This is the one I've worn religiously for 1.5 years. Okay. I will put the link for that though. Okay, this they just launched and I just fell in love with it upon first use. It is their new Beautyscreen, okay? It is Naked Sunny's Beautyscreen. It comes in 13 shades. They're all very flexible. They sent me shade 2 and 2.5, and I've only used shade 2 so far. Is this shade 2? Oh, this is 2.5. Where's my 2? Here it is. I'm gonna put on shade 2 today. And then, so you'll see shade 2 is the second to the lightest. So if you're lighter than me, Joyce, are you watching? My friend Joyce, she said, what shade should I get? I said 1, I guess, because it's fair. Joyce is fair. Now, normally I wouldn't put that much of this on. It does have SPF 50, but I already put this on, right? So I don't need the sun protection. So I'm using this more like a makeup. But if you did want to kill 2 birds with 1 stone and just use this, they say you have to have a full 1/4 of a teaspoon for your face in order for this to be enough protection. So we're gonna try that. I think it makes me nervous. It's a lot. This is a non-nano sunscreen, non-nano SPF 50. This is a peptide foundation, and we know peptide is all the rage because peptides firm the skin. Peptides firm. Peptides sort of like plump you out and firm your skin. And it also has niacinamide and vegan squalene, okay? So we are going to use a 1/4. Oh yeah, this is a lot. This is a lot. That's a lot. So I'm gonna try to use half. But see, I'm gonna tell you, a little goes a long way. I barely touched it, and this is gonna go a long way. So this is why I think it's best to just put, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a lot. Look, I haven't even used half, and that's gonna be enough for my whole face. That's why I think it's best to use a sunscreen first before using this. Now, they sent me this little brush. They sent this to me, by the way, in PR. But see, that's how they first got me with this. They sent me this a 1.5 years ago, and I fell in love with it, and I've been buying it ever since. They made me a convert. They sent me this brush, and I'm gonna tell you, I love it because it's a flat kabuki, and it's really, really dense. And I really, really love it. So what I do is I kind of pat it all over to make sure that I have really nice, even coverage, but then I'm gonna go in with my blender. I like a little bit on the eyes because my eyes get discolored. I put my brows on before the video. Now, I love this for like an everyday look, but if I was going somewhere like out to dinner or to a special event, put it under the eyes too, because we're not going to do any concealer today. No concealer, no demi. We're just going to do this. If I was going somewhere special, I might go into certain places with demi or my cream makeup just to kind of add a little more coverage, but I don't think it's really needed. Okay, now I do this because the first time I wore it, I noticed that the brush put it on a little heavy, but then once I did this, I bounced off the excess and it left just the most luminous, beautiful skin. And then the product that I'll talk about at the end of the video, I think has really helped even me out big time. So between the Naked Sundays, the Beautyscreen by Naked Sundays, and this product that I'm using that's lightened everything, I think that's the ticket. Look at that, okay? So this side, you know, not bad, not terrible. You can see a little bit of like light melasma right up here, real light. And then, you know, my big sunspot that I've had from my driver's side of all 30 years of driving in LA. And then, you know, a little bit of pigmentation. I get a little pink. I get a little splotchy and pink on the jawline, probably just old sun damage, okay? And then look at this side. It looks like skin. Like you can see skin peeking out, but not in the same way like this. Do you see that? Is this my imagination that this is the most gorgeous thing ever? Am I being delusional, or is this really beautiful? And the fact that it comes in 13 shades, you know, if you're deeper than me, a little deeper than me, get the 2.5. If you're considerably deeper, you might get the 3 or the 4. You know, 3 or 4 would be more medium skin tone. Look at that. Isn't that unbelievable? Let's put a pinch more around the nose. I didn't even put my Vaseline or my Aquaphor on. You know, I always do Aquaphor. I totally forgot. Right? It's not my imagination that that's absolutely gorgeous, right? This side's not terrible. Not terrible. I'm not embarrassed by this. For 57, this isn't terrible. But this, are you kidding me? Okay, so we're gonna put it on the other side now. There's a huge difference, right? Are you seeing it too? Or am I delusional? And then this is my 10-time magnification mirror. And I don't even have my Aquaphor on. And this is just so pretty. All right, see why, look at that. We have so much left. We have so much left. There's no way you could put 1/4 of a teaspoon on your face. It would just be, it's liquidy too. Like every time I lift my finger away from it, I drop some. Okay. Put some around the eyes. Okay. Yeah. There's still 2/3 of this, and I've done my whole face. So this is why I say use an SPF. Treat this as more of like a skin tint foundation. Don't rely on it for your SPF. I think that's the biggest mistake women make, is they'll buy a makeup product that has an SPF in it, but nobody uses 1/4 a teaspoon of makeup on their face. That's just way too much. You're better off doing SPF and then a little bit of foundation, CC cream, BB cream, skin tint, wherever you actually need it. Okay, look at that. See how that even, remember the splotchiness? Still see a tiny bit of splotchiness. But remember, I was kind of pink and splotchy down here. Remember my sunspots? You can still see that a little bit, but I could, if I wanted, I could go in with Demi. I'm not going to today. I'm just kind of home. But I could go in with some Demi and hide that sunspot really easily with 01 or 03. Okay. Then we're going to take the wet blender, because it'll lift off any excess and make us look just skin-like. It's just, I'm telling you, I've not used a skin tint this pretty, and I'm aware I need lipstick on. I need some color on my lips. I'll put some on. Okay, I'll just do a tiny bit on the eyes, not much, not much. I'm actually doing a hair video today, so. There we go. What do you think? It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And because a little goes a long way, like this looks like a small tube, but so little, you need so little. And now look, I'm stuck with 2/3 of this. So I took one for the team. We had to see, look, there's still 2/3 left in there. That was a waste of product, but anyway, it is what it is. We'll leave it out. Maybe I can use it tomorrow. Maybe it won't dry up. Maybe I can wrap some saran wrap around it, because I hate to waste it. It's just so beautiful. All right, so there you go. I'm gonna put links to all of that. You can only get currently this on the Naked Sundays website, or I've provided a link. you could go to my Shop My link and you can get this for me. And I don't make millions. I just make probably a few pennies off of these, but it helps and I really appreciate it. When you use my links, I really, really, really appreciate it. But if you decide to get this straight from Naked Sundays without using my link, that's fine too. If you decide to get this from Ulta, or, well, you could use my Ulta link, but if you get this from Target, I also have a Target link. Anyway, what I'm saying is if you see this out and about and you pick it up, I'm so happy. You don't have to use my link, but if you do, it makes me so happy and I really appreciate it. I got a kid going to college next year. I need new floors in my house. I really need new floors. This carpet is old, 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 old. Okay, so there we have it. All right, so if you're just here for the skin tint, you can tell beautiful, beautiful, skin-like, skin-like. Now, if you are a normal to oily girl and you're like, that's too much dewiness for me, let's powder it real quick. Let me show you what it looks like with some powder. By the way, I'm so disappointed that Givenchy is changing their powder formula. I don't understand why they would do that. The reason this is so popular is because it creates a velvet texture. Okay, I had to cut the video to make it easier to upload. It creates a velvet texture. This is the Nikki LaRose brush number N15. I just love it. I love this brush. But let me show you my favorite brush for doing the sides of my face. And I realize not everyone needs two brushes, but this is my friend Crystal Lee brush. Holy moly, do I love this. It gets the sides of my face. I even kind of go into my hairline a little bit so that my hair doesn't stick to my face. Look at that. Look at how big that is. Huge. I love it. I love it for the sides of my face. But for strategic powder, I like a small brush for strategic powder. But see, now we've got the face powdered over this. And so there's still like a natural glow, especially at the top of my cheeks, because I didn't powder the tops of my cheeks. I never powder under my eyes. So we still have that really pretty glow, but through the middle, we're nice and velvety, okay? There you go, my oily and combo ladies. Okay, here we go. We're gonna talk about the one product that I think has changed my skin. I was doing Mandelic peels, Mandelic 40 from Platinum Skincare. I will resume that in September, but I didn't want to do them in the summer months just because the sun is so intense. I don't go in the sun, but on the occasion that I take a road trip, which has been quite frequently, I didn't want to be more susceptible to sun and sun damage. So I have not done a Mandelic peel since April. I will start in September. I am going to do a TCA peel in December. I need downtime. I need about 10 days downtime. So that's hard to do when I film 5-6 days a week. But I'm going to do it over Christmas and then take the last couple of weeks of December off and do a Justner's and a TCA 13%, and then do the Dream Peel, which is supposed to expedite peeling so that you peel for a shorter amount of time. We'll see. I'll let you know how that all works. I will document it. As you know, I always document. My friend Tanya, who I know from North Carolina, started using Platinum Skincare because of my videos back in February. And she did a peel in February, March, April, May. She did TCA and Dream Peel. I think she did a couple Justner's. She sent me her before and after. I could not believe my eyes. I could not believe my eyes. She went from kind of pink and red and splotchy and a little bit of sun damage to skin that looked like this, like just creamy and radiant and glowy and very even toned. And she even put it in the Platinum Skincare Facebook page. So you could always go look up Tanya Skelly, S-K-E-L-L-Y, Tanya Skelly. You can go to Facebook and you can sign up for the Platinum Skincare Gurus. It is a phenomenal Facebook page. Phenomenal. Also, I have a Facebook page. Mature Makeup Masterclass, where I'm doing more and more live videos. Okay, so here we go. Here is the product I've been using religiously since May. Fade Bright. Fade Bright is a pigment inhibitor. So think of like a hydroquinone, except this has 0 cons. You can use this year round. You never have to cycle off of this. There's nothing in it that the FDA is like, oh, you can't use this if you're pregnant or lactating. So this comes in 2 sizes. This is a 2 ounce for $48. I've used it every night since May. Maybe April, May. I've used it every night. It's probably, I probably have 25% left, so I need to order some. It also comes in a 4.5 ounce size with a pump because it's great for body. So I'm gonna get the big size next because I want it for hands, arms, chest, places where I have sun damage, okay? Now, here's what I do. I've changed my nighttime skincare routine lately, ever since I started using this. I will double cleanse my face. I always double cleanse my face. And then when I'm done, I pat it dry. I might wait a couple minutes. I might get into my jammies. I might go get a drink of water. I don't know. I do something. I wait a few minutes for my skin to just kind of really dry down a little bit. I do 2 pumps of this every single night, 2 pumps, and I rub it all over my face. That's it. The reason this is on the website is if you are Fitzpatrick 4 or higher, they recommend using this every night or day and night leading up to your peels, because sometimes if you aren't prepping your skin properly, a peel can deepen your pigmentation. Only if you're Fitzpatrick 4 or higher. Who is Fitzpatrick 4? I would say, you know, kind of like that medium Asian skin, or that lighter island skin, or maybe a Caucasian person that maybe has a lot of American Indian in them. Someone who is more medium skin tone, and only you know you're Fitzpatrick. I'm a Fitzpatrick 2, I think. But if you're 4 or higher, it's very important to fade pigmentation and prep the skin before a peel. This is highly recommended. And if you go on the Platinum site, their education is superb. I have never in my life seen better education on any products. Tons of videos. Jennifer, the owner, is just, she's superior. I could not speak more highly of her. So this has alpha arbutin. Guess what that does? It fades. This has azelaic acid. Guess what that does? It fades. This has kojic acid. Fades. This has resveratrol, which is a high potent antioxidant. This has glutathione. Fades. This has niacinamide. Fades. This has squalene. This also has a product, a thing I've never heard before, an ingredient called granactive, there you go, granactive retinoid, okay? What a granactive retinoid is. And she's so smart because she'll put the granactive retinoid and then you can click on it and it takes you to a whole nother page explaining what it is and a video. I mean, her education is the best. It is an ester of pure retinoic acid. The clinical studies show that it gives the same or very, very similar benefits to prescription. What's that? Tretinoin, Retin-A, right? Very similar, but without any irritation, okay? I have been using this every night. The only thing in the retinol category that I've ever been able to use every single night is, do I have it here? No. The Naturium retinaldehyde 0.05%. I used to be able to use that every single night, no problems, no irritation, no redness, no flaky, no uglies, no purging. When I stepped up to the 1%, I had to be really careful and go back to using it only 2 or 3 nights a week because it would cause my skin to purge a little bit because it's stronger, right? This I have used every single night without fail, every single night. And it does not cause any redness, any irritation. You can even use it twice a day. But if you're someone more fair like me, I really recommend once a day. Eventually, maybe you can use it twice a day, but I would go about 8 weeks and see how you do with once a day before you step up to twice a day. This has made the biggest difference in my skin. Okay, when I visited my friend Leah in June, she was like, oh my gosh, your skin looks so good. And she had just seen me in May when I just started using this, and a whole month later, she couldn't, like, she'd see me without makeup and she'd say, your skin looks so good. I was at the Ulta Beauty Collective in June, and there was a morning where they said, don't wear any makeup. Don't wear any makeup. We're doing breakfast. We're doing yoga. Please don't wear makeup, because it was for Win Beauty, Serena Williams brand, and they wanted us to be able to put on her skin tint while we had a little master class. So I wore no makeup. I just wore this, which does make my skin very pretty. But I had a couple young influencers in their 20s and 30s, early 30s, coming up to me going, are you wearing foundation? And I'm like, no. And they're like, God, because they had it. They were the type of girls that they did not want to go out into public without foundation, even though everyone said, don't wear foundation. So not bad for 57. Not bad, not bad, not bad for 57. I'm gonna put all of these links in the description, okay? This is the only thing you can find without my link. This is at Target, this is at Ulta. This, you're gonna need my link, or you can go straight to Naked Sundays, and my link takes you to Naked Sundays, but you can use my link. This brush is, you know, if you need it, great. If not, there's tons of brushes you could use with it. And then good old Fade Bright. I love this so much. I love it. And then I'm gonna do a Mandelic 40 in September. So I'll keep y'all posted, but this is it. This is the winner. This is what has really faded my skin, and I think it's why my skin is looking so good. Totally worth it. $48, and I've used it every night since May, and I'd say there's 25% left. But now I'm gonna go order the big one. I'm gonna get on that right now before y'all go sell it out, okay? All right, thank you so much. I know I said this was gonna be brief today, and I think we're already at 30 minutes, but you know, this is the world of the Look Good Close-Up Club. We over-explain a little bit here, but you know, if you were sitting across from me at the table right now, I wouldn't try to rush you out in 15 minutes. I wanna really sit and talk to you and really tell you everything that's on my mind. And you know, of course, if you were here, I would listen to you as well. That's the hard part of social media, is, you know, it's so one-sided. But I do see your heart in comments, and I do see your support, and I do see just your vulnerabilities and everything in comments. So comments are important. It means a lot when we all pitch in and share, and we all start getting to know one another, okay? Thank you so much. Have a beautiful weekend. Let me know if you have any more questions and comments. Oh, Tate's ready to go out, so we got to get going. And I will see you next week, I think. Well, next Saturday, we're going to do a beautiful Merit Beauty look. Not a 5-minute out the door makeup, like we're stepping it up, like date night makeup, okay? So we're doing Merit Beauty next Saturday. I don't know what we're doing Wednesday night yet, but I'm not sure, but I might have a special do-it-yourself home hair color on Monday night. We'll see if I can make it work, okay? Bye for now.